I love it. I love being on set. And more than that, I really love being able to tell stories and share other people's stories. So that's where I am right now, right? I think that that is the approach to that. And I feel like also as creatives, our productivity. So hi, my name is MéLisa Best. And the question, tell me about yourself, seems so large. Sometimes I'm like, what do you want me to say? But how I show up in the world is I'm a creative visionary, a muse, and a founder. And I'm also an award-winning director, producer with a marketing background. So there you have it, kind of in a nutshell. There's more.
So what made you pursue a career in filmmaking?
So what made me pursue a career in filmmaking was I've had the opportunity to be on production sets, small budget, specifically in like the corporate world, right? I've created award-winning web series and things like that for my corporate position. And so I really realized that I had a knack for this stuff. I love it. I love being on set. And more than that, I really love being able to tell stories and share other people's stories. So that's where I am right now.
What were some struggles and setbacks you had, and how were you able to overcome those struggles?
So some of the struggles and setbacks I've had, sometimes it's that internal chatter that maybe you're not good enough, that you don't know what you're doing. For me and my background, I'm coming in like a non-traditional way, right? I have never been to film school. I've never done any of that. And so sometimes you look to your left and your right of your colleagues and you're kind of like, well, do I have what it takes? So that's a struggle, setback, but you have to find a way to quiet that noise. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about that later, but you have to find a way to kind of quiet that. And another thing I would say has been, budgeting and funding for your projects, right? These things do cost money, they cost resources and time. And so don't let that, though, prevent you from speaking out about what it is that you want to do. Yeah.
Start making, start being productive again, basically.
So I wonder if creative block is really a thing. I question it. The thing is, okay, something I've been quoting for a bit. I'm going to make it as an anonymous person because the person has lost their mind, but they have made a huge impact in the hip hop culture. There's a quote that goes, "I just needed time alone with my own thoughts. Got treasures in my mind, but couldn't open up my own vault." If you know, you know. Right? And so sometimes I think the creative blocks we feel is really a lot of noise that we're flooded with. I am a New York native. There's noise to my left and my right, but then there's also that internal noise that I talked about before. So for me, getting over my creative blocks is really about stillness and recentering myself, whether that looks like going for a long walk, whether that looks like sitting in a cafe in a bar and just hearing the buzz of conversations that keep me inspired, or doing something meditative, right? I think that is the approach to that. And I feel like also as creatives, our productivity, sometimes the gem is in the art of doing nothing, right? Like literally sitting back, laying back, and then sometimes you're just like, oh, that's a brilliant idea after the quiet time.
It just comes, usually it just comes.
So that's kind of like my approach to when I. Oh, I love this question. Okay, one, if you don't know your favorite director yet, do it. Figure it out. Right? Watch movies, watch TV shows, write down the reasons why. Find out their signature style. Why? Because that's going to help you create your own signature voice. For example, Wes Anderson, one of his signature styles is a whip pan and a palette, a pastel palette. That's his signature. What is yours? Two, speak to your peers, right? Issa Rae always talks about like people thinking that they have to climb up to the execs and that's how they network, but actually you network amongst your peers. That's who's going to help you create your projects, maybe even fund your projects, support them, or you can speak to the next person that's going to help you get to the next path, right? And three, do not be afraid to put yourself out there. Put your work out there. You never know who's watching it, but more importantly, once it's out there, then we could do something with it. So don't be afraid to use your voice and be proud of the work you produce. You got this. So, thank you for watching. This is MéLisa Best, creative visionary, muse, founder, award-winning director and producer. And this is Woodside Motion. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.